The Bitcoin adoption will be extremely beneficial to the environment, and those who don't believe in it will pay a high price in the future. This is Libertarian View, your source of decentralized and distributed information. Since the Bitcoin solution is far superior than the state fiduciary currency, and because the government can't control cryptocurrency, the statists are trying to create problems in order to attack the cryptocurrency model. One of the accusations is that Bitcoin is bad because it destroys the environment. In their point of view, they say that the mining process wastes a lot of energy, makes resource depletion in a problem, and contributes to speeding up the climatic changes. Those critics are based on a relatory published by the Cambridge University, which says that the mining process takes about 121.36 terawatt-hour, more than countries like Argentina, whose electrical consumption takes about 121 terawatts-hour. Furthermore, the study states that higher Bitcoin prices lead to higher electrical consumption. David Gerard, a critic of cryptocurrency, states that, quote, Bitcoin is literally anti-efficient. It doesn't matter if you have efficient mining machinery. The energy used is the process, and the production of CO2 tends to rise. It is too bad that huge amount of energy is being spent on the lottery. A possible solution is to issue carbon taxes on cryptocurrency. Dear David, this energy has a better use than the one you used to write those silly things. This argument of Bitcoin is bad for the environment was endorsed by the fact that Tesla bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. For the environmental warriors, this decision raises a lot of questions towards the environmental commitments adopted by the company. Oh god, that's tiring, but I'll give it a try. First of all, Bitcoin mining is an economic activity like any other, and it is specific. No one is having their private property violated. The energy used in this process is being properly paid, which is an incentive for the rational use. With that being said, the discussion could end here, but let's span this matter a little further. First and foremost, better technology always excels worse technology. Even if the former consumes more energy in this process, let's make an analogy using what happened in the past. Cars consume more energy than bicycles and horses. Electrical lamps consume more energy than candles. Computers consume more energy than writing machines, and so on. In those cases, old technology was replaced by a brand new one, even if those newer techs consumed more energy. Okay, but why? Because those newer techs were way better. They made people's lives better. Just like that, Bitcoin will replace the currency monetary system, even if this process consumes more energy, because it's infinitely better. Throughout history, energy consumption grew when people decided that the price for the new tax was worth the consequences. Nowadays, when someone uses cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin users demonstrate in a praxeological way that the extra energy consumption is valid. That's because Bitcoin is way better than the colored papers that a lot of people still use. Note that most of those critics about Bitcoin's energy consumption target the mining and specifically the proof of work. Why? Let's try to understand this. The proof of work is a task that gives a prize to the one who did it first. In the Bitcoin context, this task involves sorting a number, but it isn't a random number. It is a number that, once encrypted, along with the other information in the block, is less than a certain value. Sorting a number is easy, but finding this specific number is something extremely unlikely. That's why a miner needs a machine with good processing power. The bigger this capacity, the faster this sorting process is. increasing his chance of being the first one to complete the task. As a reward, this person gets new Bitcoin and the transactions taxes of this on blockchain. The proof of work promotes decentralization and network security. Since the proof of work involves sorting, it is random. Being random, no one can direct an attack. Since it uses energy, an attack would be way too expensive. Higher energy use in the mining process means a bigger cost for a successful attack. Taking into account all economical activities, the percentage of renewable energy use is 29%. However, on Bitcoin mining, this percentage is 39%. It means that Bitcoin uses more renewable energy resources than the average of the other activities. Miners will have to use cheaper energy or their activities won't be viable, making them go bankrupt. Bitcoin miners evaluated that the costs of Bitcoin mining are worth the benefits, and those benefits come from the separation between state and currency. The second point is that Bitcoin mining is the only energy use that doesn't need to be located near human settlements to be lucrative. That's something that never happened before in human history. The long-term implications are huge. Before Bitcoin, the main problem towards energy wasn't scarcity, but our ability to deliver energy when it was needed. Bitcoin mining solves a different problem. Thanks to wireless connections, the mining process can happen anywhere in the world. For instance, remote locations with hydrological potential can profit from their resources with hydroelectric plants whose energy can be converted to Bitcoin mining, creating incentives for rational consumption. Another fact is that this independence of location allows surplus energy to have an actual use instead of being discarded. An example, the Russian petrol company Gazprom is using that subproduct to generate energy and with that, mining bitcoins. Without that, those products would be incinerated and released in the atmosphere without any further use. And that's not an isolated case. A lot of Bitcoin farms are located near hydro plants, using the surplus energy to make their activities viable. Even Ukraine is considering using surplus of nuclear energy to mine the cryptocurrency. Even if you exclude those facts, the energy use of Bitcoin mining isn't as big as they say. Remember that study stating that Bitcoin mining wasted more energy than whole countries? Well, the cryptocurrency activities consumed more energy than Argentina combined, but there is an untold truth. The value of Bitcoin is worth around $900 billion, half of Argentina's GDP. Bitcoin is an economy twice as big as Argentina. Moreover, do you know those electronic gadgets in standby? Well, their energy consumption just in USA is bigger than Bitcoin mining. Do you ever think about the energy cost of the currency state-owned currency system? What is the cost of printing money and maintaining this system to create fiduciary currency? Going further, what is the energetic cost of maintaining the whole political system? How many resources are wasted? The current system has huge social impacts, making people hostage to bad economic practices, generating pollution, misery, and waste of resources. A good reason to support cryptocurrency is that Bitcoin weakens the state mafia, the most polluting institution of the world. Actually, the biggest polluter is, by far, the Defense Department of the USA. Every time someone uses $1, this person is helping to finance this institution and contributing to its pollution. Lastly, Environmental protection isn't a priority for most people, since most of us put health, education, and security as top priorities. Making people wealthier by adopting Bitcoins, which is a better system, will allow people to satisfy the most basic human needs, so we can focus on environment conservation. With that being said, I can affirm Bitcoin is extremely beneficial to the environment. Thanks for watching. This article was written by Marco Battaglia, translated by Paulo Almeida, revised by JJ Liber, and narrated by Rafael Oliveira. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video on your social network. If you want to be notified from other videos, hit the subscribe button and then the bell icon. See you soon!